Hello, I'm Jenna Lynn Roberts with Present Path, and today I'm offering a love reading for all you people out there who want to see how April is going to go in the love range. We're getting more social, we're going outside, we're getting ready. And I'm inspired to do this because I just had a wonderful session talking with Kate Houston at Kate Houston Coaching. She is a love coach who helps you be courageous and get back into love and get back in the saddle, as it were, to find the people who are right for you. So what we just had there was a jumper. Let's see what our jumpers are. The Four of Cups. Disappointment is a pain in the ass, isn't it? And the Moon card. So our jumpers today are already telling us something. They're already helping us understand that we need to access our disappointment and let us move through it by recognizing how sometimes our disappointment is a reflection of our own shadows, of our own fears of not being worthy of love. We really need to be able to talk to all the parts of ourselves with kindness and forgive ourselves for the ways that we behaved, the ways we've lost love because we behaved in a way that didn't go over well, the ways that we've not treated ourselves right. So today, we're going to talk a bit about the disappointment of love, because that's clearly the poppers want us to give us that theme. This deck also has moon cards in it. What? Oh my gosh, Ace of Cups is on the bottom. What's that the card of? Love. Today I am using the Usi deck, by the way, and it's a beautiful deck that has gorgeous imagery on it. On the bottom of the deck is the shadow cards, and if you're learning to read, the shadow cards are about the stuff that's in the subconscious. Having love show up on the bottom of the deck is just telling us that I'm probably done shuffling, we're on the right path. What we have here is the Ace of Cups, and that's about having an open heart. And it's right next to the Ten of Cups reversed. The Ten of Cups reversed is about not being able to let joy in fully. Sometimes when we get our heart broken, it crickles and crackles, and we need to seal it with gold. You know the Japanese vases, when they break, there's an art form of restructuring them with gold and putting them back together. And I think that's what a broken heart can do. It can expand the heart and make it a more beautiful piece of art than it was before. But with it, sometimes we actually just create a wall and protect ourselves from love. If you want to have an open heart, you're going to need to start first allowing yourself to step into full joy and let yourself experience the richness of the moment. One thing Brené Brown talks about is this idea that when she's having a moment of joy, she'll freak out and be like, oh my God, what's going to go wrong? Something's got to go wrong. And that's just our own. When things are going bad, you're not thinking, oh great, things are going to have to go good now, right? We expect there to be this sort of balancing out of the positive and negatives. But it's not like that. Life is more complicated. So when we experience deep grief, we open our heart more to be able to experience more joy. But sometimes we get afraid to experience joy because we know it will pass and we will lose that joy someday. From my experiences with Buddhism, it seems to be a message they pass along as well, that we are suffering in our joy because it will pass, and we are suffering in our grief because it feels like it will never pass. And so the first step is just to recognize the constant change happening, the constant flux, and let yourself feel your joy as much as you allow yourself to feel your grief. So we've been through a hard year, and this April, things are getting shiny outside again. It's ready to go out and play. How can you tap into your heart fully? Because the next card is about nostalgia, and we got two sixes next to each other, the Six of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Now the Six of Cups are about looking back on the past, and it's reversed here, which makes me think it might be about sort of feeling sadness about the past. This came up also in another reading I did recently, that we need to kind of access healing our wounds of the past by also recognizing how we will not create that situation again, because we will protect ourselves by noticing the red flags and following them, by accessing our own history for clear information as to how to be wise as we move forward. Six of Pentacles are about the give and take. And so part of this is saying, you know, it's important that you give love in the ways that you want to give it, and receive it in the ways that feel rich to you. And you can say no to love if someone's offering you a format of love that you're like, that's not really what I want. So this is about you acknowledging that you're giving a healthy amount and that you're receiving a healthy amount. I often get the Six of Pentacles with people, also with the Hanged Man reversed. Those two cards often speak to me about people who are very comfortable giving and really not comfortable receiving. So one of the messages in love right now is for you to also trust in your right to receive love. If you give someone a gift and they reject it, how does that feel? So if someone's trying to give you love and you would like to receive it, but somehow you feel unworthy and you push it away, you're denying them the gift that they have. So trusting in yourself to do it differently this time from your past experiences. This came up as well before. A lot of people aren't feeling such a spark right now to go out. There's kind of this, we've been in introversion for a year, and there's this lack of drive happening towards seeking love or even seeking managing your relationship. So in that case, this is the Three of Wands and then the Three of Pentacles. Two threes right after two sixes. Interesting. The Three of Wands reversed is when you're trying to overplan something, right? And the Three of Pentacles is when you need to put yourself out there. And I'm going to guess that this means think about how you can be putting yourself out there in a fresh new way that doesn't feel like the old hat ways. One thing that's been coming up in a lot of readings is how people want to shuffle their communities as they go back out being social again. So consider for yourself how you can just go out and be social in a way that's safe, because COVID still happening. Getting out of it soon though. Vaccinations are happening. Three of Wands reversed is like not feeling like you have the skills to go out and do what you need to do to find what you're looking for. And the Three of Pentacles is like, hey, you have a resume, right? You've had experiences. And so consider that all the heartache you've had has also prepared you to not go out and haphazardly create heartache again. You're ready for this because you're going to be wise with your heart and other people's hearts. And you don't have to go out full force, smiling, making your YouTube video, hi, you know. You can just bring your authentic self forward and offer to the world what you have. And that comes back to the Moon card. So the Moon card is about acknowledging what you do have. What are your offers? And what are your challenges that you're okay with? One thing I've heard from a wise person is, next time I go on a date, I'm going to ask them, how are they crazy? Not are they crazy, but how are they crazy? And I'm not saying crazy, of course, in any derogatory way. I'm saying in that way that all humans are, that we're all a little wacky. What's your wacky, right? Asking a question like that and offering your own answer gives people a chance to be vulnerable and open about the truth of them, the shadows of them that they might be ashamed of, and get it out in the open. You know, shadow work is often done through humor as well, but you want to make sure not to just self-deprecate, but rather to celebrate the ridiculousness of being human. Okay, so all right, that was from the shadow work. Now we're going to pull from the top here. We have the half moon. This deck has moon cards in it. So we have a half moon. To me, that kind of speaks to the idea that we're not fully cooked yet. This is just you beginning the process before you even go out into the world of just feeling ready. Just starting to work on how you can love yourself more deeply right now, how you can do the healing of acknowledging your whole self. You have just spent a year of yourself somewhat isolated in COVID. Did you realize how awesome you are in that? Did you realize that you were able to manage such a unique challenge? And were you able to laugh at your foibles? Let that come forward and celebrate all aspects of you, because in doing so, you're giving other people permission to do the same, and we all need that right now. All right, let's see what the layout is. Boy, a lot of moons. A lot of moons in this, with a big sun. Interesting round. So, that's what you get with live tarot. Sometimes if I pull this regular, I'll be like, there's too many moons. What do I do? It looks like we're going from a waning moon right now because we went from a half moon to a new moon. So rather than going into a full moon, allow yourself this April to kind of go into a waning period of going inward, letting yourself really dive into the introspection that you've been surfing and skidding through and skipping across this last year. We're moving into an introspective, quiet time, not starting new, not reaching out. This April is a time to really embody the introspection that you have already aligned yourself with in this last year of isolation with COVID, and let you access what have been your messages you've gathered while witnessing yourself. You have deep wisdom in how you have witnessed who you are and who you have become and how you managed all this. And so as we've all become comfortable in our introspection, I'm thinking April, even though Aries is such a powerful month of like fire people, I feel like this round is a little more gentle in that sense of just really checking in with who you are and who you want to present yourself to the world as next. We have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. He's someone who can be a little impractical, and with him is the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is someone who, upright, is adventurous and practical and trying to try new things, but in a sort of slow way, you know, taste test things. Him being reversed makes me think that there's some work you need to do that you might be avoiding when it comes to finally preparing yourself. It's like you've cooked the food in the oven and now all you have to do is baste it a little, and you're like, the basting's too much. You've come so far. Why don't you give yourself this extra little step? And I will say that this might be a good reference that if you are suffering with a broken heart or have in the last year and you're trying to figure it out, I do want to suggest that you go to a love coach like Kate Houston. Check out How to Heal a Broken Hearts Summit. It's going to be a lot of different amazing speakers talking about the different ways we can engage ourselves and do the work it takes to find the healing in ourselves. So I think that's part of the message. And the next card is the Eight of Cups reversed, which to me is like there is something that you know you need to leave behind in your heart. There's an aspect of who you have attached yourself to be in your identity that you're ready to just walk away from. And it might be that self-deprecation. Now, this will come in a sense in a new moon way, which is in the quietest moment, maybe even in the darkest moment of yourself, recognizing how you're ready to let go and change of some things that really hold you back from your full self. From that, we get to burgeon again into the quarter moon, and with the Knight of Wands, but reversed again. So, you know, give yourself a break that this reading is for the collective, right? So consider that we're all messing up. Now, the Knight of Wands reversed is someone who kind of goes from the work they do to just haphazardly repeating the old mistakes by doing spontaneous things that didn't serve them before. So this is asking you to slow your roll and integrate in the messages and the lessons of the practical Knight of Pentacles as you get charged up to take that energy back out into the world. Go slow. Go nice and slow. Start with small groups and then widen that out. The good news is the sadness of the Five of Cups is reversed. The mourning period is done, and it's with the Sun card upright. Hallelujah. The Sun card upright is that integrated human who's both childlike, splendorous on one hand, and also very adult and mature on the other. This is also someone who seeks and grasps opportunities. They see opportunities for what they are. And so one thing I'm thinking is, as we're going back out in the world, I really would hope that you will consider pacing yourself like a nice Knight of Pentacles, letting yourself have the inspiration of a nice Knight of Wands, and using this month of April as we're still in that integrative, introverted time to really nurture that which you know you're ready to shift into. and let go of that 8 of Cups that you know you're ready to walk away from and be different than. I think that's the message for today. I hope this speaks to you, and I hope this helps you on your journey towards love or through love, wherever you're at. I hope you're going to take this April to integrate in all the lessons you've learned in this introspective last year that we've had, and trust yourself to move forward with grace and power. And join me in an Art of Tarot reading class that's coming up, and learn how to read the cards for yourself so you can work through these archetypes on your own as you're taking care of your own heart. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to my page and go check out KateHoustonCoaching.com. I'll put a link in the description to go to How to Heal a Broken Heart Summit. I'm going to watch all these amazing speakers share with us how we can heal our broken hearts so that I can help others do so, but also so I can get these tools for myself. Because if you live an open-hearted, rich and full life, it's likely you're going to get some bruises along the way. But I'd rather do that rather than live a sheltered, overprotected life. I'm choosing love. I hope you choose love too, even with the dangers of it. So take care, be good to yourself, and reach out to me for a reading if you're looking for your own answers in love.